Hello everyone and welcome to the holiday edition of Parade of Paws. I'm Officer Thomas Anderson with the Casa Grande Police Department, and today joining me is Julie Tiemann, Kennel Assistant with the Animal Care and Adoption Center. We are going to showcase 7 cats and 7 dogs today, but before we do, Julie, I understand you'd like to share your department's holiday wish with the community.
I'd love to. Our holiday wish this year is to have some of the animals that have been with us for quite a while find a forever home. They might be a little bit older, but definitely a little bit wiser, and be a great addition to your family and your new best friend. So come down and see us. If you're thinking about getting a dog for Christmas or a cat, we have lots of wonderful animals here. Come down and see if we have the right friend for you.
And we'll remind you again at the end of the show, but we are located at 202 East 1st Avenue here on the south side of Casa Grande. And let's get started with our first cat.
All right, our first cat is Bullet. Bullet is a 1-year-old male domestic shorthair. We named him Bullet because he can be really fast. So we've got to try to keep him on the table here, but he's a friendly little boy, loves attention, loves to be around people, just needs a home to run and play in. That's Bullet. And our next kitty is Chang. Chang is a 3-year-old Siamese seal point. He is an absolutely wonderful cat, quite calm and pretty mellow. He just likes to lay around. He's a little curious here because he's never been in this room, but would love to be a part of your family and part of your holiday celebration. This is Soldier. Soldier is a 4-year-old domestic shorthair. He's a male, and he's already neutered and ready to go home. He's got a little bit of a cauliflower ear, so it makes him unique, but he's a great little cat. Well, I guess he's not so little.
Not so little, is he?
No, but he's a loving cat, would love to have a home, would love to be there with you on the holidays. And this is Delilah. Delilah is one of my favorites. She's just a little sweetheart. She talks quite a bit, but she would be playful for the kids, seems to like other cats, doesn't have real issues with dogs, so she might be just what you're looking for. She's only a year old, and of course a domestic shorthair, as you can see, female, and we will get her spayed as soon as she gets adopted so that she can go home and be with the family. Good girl. And this is one of our biggest cats. This is Julius. This is a male neutered domestic shorthair. He is declawed in the front, so if that's something that you're needing for your cat, he might be a good choice for you. Julius has been with us for quite some time, and I would really love to see him find a home. He's just a big old lover. I'm not sure, but possibly Big Ben may be as big as Julius. He's been with us for quite a while also. He is a 3-year-old male neutered domestic shorthair, orange as you can see. If you like Garfield and would like to call him Garfield, I think he'd be okay with that too.
While you have Big Ben out here, can you tell us a little bit about what pet owners should consider during the holiday season when they have company coming over, maybe some of that company being strangers coming into your home?
Yes, especially if it's a new animal. They can be very shy. They can dart out open doors. They can get into things that you don't want them to get into. Poinsettias are very, very poisonous for a cat. The tinsel on your tree can be very dangerous for a cat. And glass ornaments, if they knock them off the tree and break them, are very, very dangerous for a cat. And this is Romeo. Romeo has his name because he loves to give kisses, and I don't know, a cat person will know what an eyelash kiss is. Romeo is very good at the eyelash kisses. But he's just a loving cat. He's about 1.5 years old. It's a male neutered. There he goes. And he also would love to have a Christmas home Wouldn't you, buddy? There we go. That's a good boy. Okay.
So that's all the cats that we'll showcase today. We're going to move on to the dogs that we're going to showcase. As we transition to the dogs, Julie, could you tell us a little bit about doors that might get left open during this holiday season, especially with the colder weather?
Yes, with the heat being down, people tend to like to have their doors open and have just a screen door, and sometimes they don't latch right, or sometimes the kids leave them open and your pet will run out and get lost on the street, and it's really a good idea to maybe confine the dog if you have strangers or company around that's going in and out of the house, so that you don't have an accident and have your pet get loose and be out where they're not sure where they are.
Well, so who do we have here?
This is Lacey. Lacey's a 3.5-year-old female Chihuahua Terrier mix. Very quiet little girl. She seems to be housebroken, likes to be held, doesn't like to be outside a whole lot, just to go use the restroom and come back in, but great little lap dog. Cyber is a 1-year-old male husky. He loves to talk, he loves to play. He seems to be housebroken. He's a very clean dog, but loves attention. And when he gets to talking, he will tell you that he loves you. But he is a great dog. Would do best with a very active family. Maybe somebody with a larger yard so that he can get out some of this energy. But he is an awesome, beautiful boy. Come on, buddy. Good boy. This is Greta. And as you can see, she is a German Shepherd. She's about a year old. Does need a bit of training. She's a little excitable, as you can tell, but a very sweet dog. Would do good with a family, again, with a yard, maybe with some kids to play with her and burn off some of the energy. But she is a sweet girl. Just has a lot of energy to wear off. Good girl. Come on, babe.
I believe our next dog we've seen before, right?
Yes, you are right. Our next dog is Zues.
And this is one of the animals, as you mentioned at the beginning of the show, that your holiday wish is to try to remind people that some of these animals stay here a little bit longer than others, and he's still a great pet for someone, right?
Right, exactly. Zues has been with us quite some time. He needs a family that will exercise him, get him out there, be a part of the family. He's just an awesome dog. But as you can see, he needs to lose a little bit of weight, so anybody who will walk him or play ball with him, but he is a little bit older. I believe he's about 3 years old, but he's got a lot of years left to give love and energy to your family, and he's just a great dog. He's housebroken. He loves to play with other dogs. Just can't say enough good stuff about this guy. And Zues has guardian angels, which means that someone's helped pay part of his adoption fee. In fact, I think Zues has 2 guardian angels, so his adoption fee, I believe, is only $20. And he would make a great addition to any family. Good boy. And this is our next dog. This is Gigi. Gigi is a pretty young little girl. She's about 3.5 months old. She is an American Bulldog mix. Just a happy little puppy. She's going to be rather large, so that's something to keep in mind if you adopt her. But she would fit in with just about any family. She loves other dogs. She loves people. She's a little shy right at the moment. She's not sure what we're doing here, but she's a pretty well-rounded dog and would do good in just about any situation. Okay, and our next dog is Addie. Addie is a Bulldog mix. A boxer mix. And she's about a year old. She has incredible amounts of energy, but she is about the happiest dog I have ever met. She loves to go outside and play. She loves to be with people. And again, probably a bigger yard and maybe kids to keep her entertained would be a good thing. Good girl. Hey. Good girl. Good girl. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's an awful lot of happiness in that body. This is Alfie. Alfie is a 1-year-old female Chihuahua mix. She's a little shy right now, but it doesn't take her long to warm up to you. She would be a great family pet. Loves to be outside and play. She likes other dogs. It's okay, baby. And typically she is not this shy. She's just never been in this room and she's a little scared. But she's a good little dog. Okay.
So that rounds out our cats and dogs that we're going to showcase today. Julie, could you tell us a little bit about, there's a topic that I wanted you to cover, and it's one of the best things about the holidays, in my opinion, is the food that we get to eat, and especially all the sweet stuff we get to eat. What should pet owners be aware of when it comes to sweets and food?
They should remember that they are animals. They are dogs and cats. They will get into the food that you leave out. They'll get into sweets. Sugar can be very harmful to a lot of animals. Chocolate is very harmful to animals. And many people will say, well, my dogs ate chocolate. It doesn't affect every dog, but if you don't know that your dog might have a problem with it, it can be very dangerous for them to get into chocolate. Nuts, if they swallow them and they're too large, they might get caught in their throat. Bones of turkey or different meats that you might cook can get stuck in their throat. It's just not a good idea in the first place to feed people food in big quantities to your animal, and if there's a big platter of food out on the counter, you can pretty much guess that the dog is going to try to get to it.
Sure. And what steps should a pet owner take if they have discovered that their pet has eaten an enormous amount of food that they shouldn't have eaten, like some snacks or some chocolate? Is there something that they can be watchful for or keep their eye on that pet for?
Well, I would recommend that you contact your vet, let them know what happened. Possibly we'll need to bring them in and have the vet check them out, see if there's some sort of problem going on. Other than that, watch for them getting sick or being lethargic. Not being themselves could indicate that there's a health issue going on with whatever it is that they've eaten.
Great. Well, we want everyone to remember that holiday wish that Julie told us about earlier, and all these cats and dogs that you just saw us showcase. We sure would like to find them a forever home. I know that there are some events that are coming up here in our community from the Animal Care and Adoption Center. Julie, would you share those with us?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Our first one I'd like to talk about is our low-cost vaccination licensing clinic that's coming up. It's on February 1st from 10 to 2 at the dog park on Pinell. You can get your dogs vaccinated and licensed there. We also have a spay and neuter program going right now. We are fortunate enough with the license program to have funding to help as many people as we can until that funding is gone. You can go to the finance building across the street from Whataburger and get an application and fill it out to have your pet spayed or neutered for free. The only thing that will cost is $10 if your animal does not have a rabies vaccination. You will have to pay for the rabies. But if it is already vaccinated for rabies, then it will be completely free. You just fill out the application and bring it to the finance department, and then one of our volunteers will contact you and get the appointment set up so that you can get your animal spayed or neutered. And we do allow you to do 2 pets per household. So until the funding is gone, please take advantage of this and have your pets spayed and neutered for a very, very minimal of $10 or free if they are already vaccinated for rabies.
Great. Could you remind everyone where this office is located and how they can contact you by telephone?
Sure. We are located at 202 East 1st Avenue. Just go south across the tracks on Florence Street and take a left on 1st Avenue, and we're down just a short ways on your left-hand side. And our phone number here is 426-9300. It is a voice messaging machine, so you will need to leave a message, and we will return your call as quickly as we can. One of our volunteers or officers will try to get back to you as soon as they can.
Great. Well, remember, there are plenty of ways to keep up with the Casa Grande Animal Care and Adoption Center. There's the city website, www.casagrandeaz.us. Of course, our Facebook and Twitter pages always have posts about our pets that are for adoption and events that are coming up. And of course, check out petfinders.com. And we wish everyone a happy and safe holiday for their pets and for the pet owners.
Come down to the shelter and see if you can find what you're looking for the holidays here in our shelter.
Well, we thank all of you for watching Parade of Paws, and we wish you a happy holiday.